Hey guys, another Friday. Hope it's a good one. Last week again, I gave you guys homework and you did not fail to deliver. The stories, the effort that you all put in was really amazing. I'm still overwhelmed by the last couple of weeks. I was going to finish that off with a wrap up and a bit of a story about me, but I was chatting with a client yesterday about a scenario, and as I finished, I'm like, and you know what? That's this week's Friday wrap. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'll come back to my other thing next week. This one I'm going to talk about today is nothing too special, but it's just want to show you how stuff works when it comes to tax deductions, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. Lots of people don't really get it. And so I'm going to start with the simple part of this process. Tax back on tax deductions. Okay. Let's say you earn $100,000. Your tax is $22,000. Your Medicare levy at 2% is $2,000. You get an offset which the government has in place. Remember, it's a form of stimulus. Gives you more money back. Why? Because you're going to go and spend it. Money flows through the economy. It keeps people in job. Taxes come back to the government, and it all starts again. That's a form of stimulus. So on $100,000, you pay $24,187 in tax. You get $75,813 in your hand during the year, and the government gets $24,187. Now, what if you've got a $10,000 deduction or any deduction? And the reason that I want to talk about this is because I'm going to say 20-something years ago, my cousin who's a pro golfer, I'm sitting down with him and he goes, oh mate, I buy a new set of golf clubs every year because I get a full tax deduction. I get all the money back. It doesn't cost me anything. And I'm at uni doing accounting. It just happens that we went through this like the day before, and I'm like, mate, that's not how it works. You do get a tax deduction, but it doesn't mean it doesn't cost you anything. Okay, so let me show you how this works. $100,000 income, $24,000 after tax, $75,800. You are able to claim a deduction for any expense you've earned or incurred, to generate income. So if you went and did a course, or you had to travel for a conference, or whatever it was, if it's in relation to generating income, taxable income, you can claim a tax deduction for that. So this example, that was $10,000. So your income's not 100, it's 90. Tax on income, $19,700. Medicare levy at 2%, $1,800. The low middle income tax offset, it's a bit more, $1,080. After tax, $20,437. Let's look at these two together. $100,000 total tax was $24,187. $90,000 tax was $20,437. Now, if I get rid of these levies and offsets and things like that and jump to this line here, tax on your income on the $100,000 versus the versus the $90,000, the difference is $3,250. If I jump ahead one more slide, if you are in this bracket, 45 to 120, tax is at 32.5%. So if you claim a tax deduction of $10,000, you've gone out and spent $10,000 on whatever it is that you're able to claim a tax deduction for, you pay the tax rate, 32.5%, less, or you get that back. That's what you get back as a refund. You don't get $10,000 back as a refund. You get $3,250. Now I say sort of, because then you add the Medicare levy on top. Then you get this offset over here at $780. Here it's $1,080. So the difference is actually $3,750, not $3,250. Hence sort of. But you get my point. So it's why people will say, myself included, if you're doing something just for the intention of claiming a tax deduction, it might not be the best thing for you, because in this example, you had to go and spend $10,000 to get $3,250 back at tax time. So I hope that makes sense to you. That there is the tax rates. It's a marginal rate of tax system we have in Australia. Another quick lesson. If you earn that 100 grand, you don't pay 32.5% on all your money. Your first 18,200 is tax free. 18,200 to 45, 19% is the bracket you're in. 45 to 120, 32.5. So you only pay 32.5 on this portion here. 120 to 180, 37. Over 180,000, 45%. plus the Medicare levy. Then you've got to consider things like Medicare levy surcharge, which is an extra % if you don't have private health cover, and all of that sort of thing. So this is the simplest part of my job, but as you can see, it's kind of pretty complex. So that's me for this week. I hope that makes sense. Just a bit of a lesson in tax and tax deductions and what you can and can't get back. Hope it makes sense. As always, give me a call. If you do have any questions, I'm going to leave it there. Have a great weekend. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.